Hi, welcome back to Good Evening KU. I'm your host, Lauren Harding.
I'm Aiden Ball.
And today we're going to be touching on a lot. But first, we want to kind of see what our cast and crew did over spring break. So we're going to read some things off for you.
Emery worked at the Big 12 tournament.
Stephanie, once we get to her, Stephanie shot videos for the Lawrence Police Department and their K-9 unit.
Lauren went to Chicago and saw the river turn green.
Aiden went skiing in Monarch, Colorado.
Clara went to the aquarium in KC with all her friends.
Emerson went to Arizona and saw the Four Corners Monument.
Marin taught at her dance studio for a dance competition.
Alex went to Bozeman and Canada.
Rin went to Santa Fe, New Mexico with her friends.
And Charlotte went on a cruise with her family and got an internship in DC. Lots of fun things happening with our cast and crew, I must say. Seems like it was pretty exciting for that 1 week we got off.
It was. I thoroughly enjoyed skiing, but got to come back to KU at some time. Break has to end, and boy did it end.
Yeah, how's your first week back going?
I had an exam today, so we're not rolling on much sleep. But
I was gonna say that's pretty quick turnaround from a break to an exam.
Yep. Really had to turn that brain on quickly. But I hear enrollment's coming up. It
is, and sadly we lost a really good friend of ours, our schedule builder. What happened there? I mean, come on, KU. That was our pride and joy, and now it's gone, and we've got to figure it out all on our own. It's horrible.
It is. It is way more difficult now without schedule builder. Hopefully we can get that figured out.
Hopefully, at least by next enrollment. That's all I ask.
Speaking of controversy on campus, tonight is the Student Senate fee review, where they go over if they are going to be cutting the UDK budget as well as the Safe Ride budget. So we're looking forward to hopefully they make the correct decision.
Hopefully, yeah, we can only cross our fingers there. But it kind of seems like they were cutting some budgets elsewhere. I mean, I don't know, are there any spring showers coming up shortly?
We have some showers coming for our area, but
I mean, it looks like Anschutz and Malott got a couple early spring showers. Kind of seems like they're cutting budgets there, because I mean, did you hear about the flooding? Because I did.
I did too. They had to shut the entire water system off in all of Malott and Anschutz. No bathrooms, no water fountains, nothing.
Horrible. It's horrible, but I mean, it's okay. We'll make do, but hopefully we'll get that fixed. I mean, there's a lot of construction going on here in Lawrence. I don't know if you've been on Iowa recently, but that place is just chaos. Absolutely.
Yep, one lane right past campus. It's an absolute traffic jam, especially right around the time of lunch and when work gets off, you can't get down Iowa.
It's horrible. It's really horrible. But some good construction is the Kyo fountain. I've heard that we should be wrapping up shortly within the next couple of weeks. We've just got a couple more pieces to add, and then hopefully our Kyo fountain will be back on and running. So that'll be awesome.
Just in time for spring with these spring showers and much warmer temperatures. Perfect to go take a dip in the Kyo fountain.
Have you ever swam in it?
I have a time or two.
Yeah, I mean, hey, once it hits summer and it's hot, it's the perfect place to go. We have 2 golden retrievers that always come and they get in there and they're just the cutest things ever. It's adorable.
I bet. Well,
actually, wait, speaking on that, a lot of people have been bringing their dogs on campus, and I ran into the cutest, I think it was a therapy dog, but she let me pet him. It was this golden retriever, and I'm thinking about getting my own therapy dog, but I don't think I can. But I'm living in a house next year, so I can actually have animals and stuff. But I don't know, I'm thinking about it, but the Lawrence Humane Society actually does have a lot of open opportunities for you to go take a pet out for the day, and you can kind of just show them around Lawrence and get them some fresh air. So I think that's a good option that our people should know about.
I need to know about it. I definitely would take full advantage of getting to walk a dog around. I miss my dogs from back home so much.
I know. It's hard being at college and like missing out on those pet opportunities because you don't know how much they really help you. They're really helpful, especially in times of stress with that exam. I mean, I bet that would have helped you a lot.
I bet it would. We'll have to see if that test grade came back right. But
Yeah. What was it for?
synoptic meteorology.
I don't even know what that means, but I'm assuming that helps you when you're talking about weather later on in the show.
That class does actually help me later on the show. I will be able to thoroughly give you a great forecast as a result of this class.
No, that's awesome. So, speaking of classes, how old are you again? What grade?
I am a junior here.
Okay, so you just have one more semester to go.
Yes.
Or 2 more semesters to go,
Yes.
1 more year.
Yep,
Okay.
just one more.
How are
Almost done.
How are you feeling about your junior year ending and the start of your senior year?
I could not be more excited. My classes this year, most difficult they'll be. I'm taking a few capstone classes, and those are really kicking my butt, but I'm just happy. 3/4 of the way done with the year. It's about time.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I feel like it always gets very sentimental, these kind of spring semester moments. It's really sentimental for the seniors and everybody moving on. So that's really exciting. I'm excited for you to start that.
Thank you. How are you feeling about your semester? How's that going?
I'm ready for it to be summer. So with that note, we will be back shortly after the break.
You may not hear it at first, but it's there. Our chant, rising. On this summit, callings converge, voices unify into a chorus that sounds out for good, for greatness. Can you hear it?
Welcome back. I'm Marin.
And I'm Emerson. Here's your Wednesday Good Evening KU update. Former professional boxer Owa Hakamata, who spent more than 40 years on death row until he was acquitted just last year, has been awarded nearly $1.5 million in compensation, the court said on Tuesday. He was sentenced to death in 1968 for a quadruple murder, despite claiming the evidence was fabricated against him. Once the world's longest-serving death row inmate, he was acquitted after DNA showed the blood-stained clothing that convicted him to be planted after the murders.
Wildfires have spread in South Korea, destroying a 1,300-year-old temple. The fires have resulted in over 20 deaths, and over 10,000 first responders are on the job. The fires broke out over the weekend and are still in action.
President Donald Trump's officials announced on Tuesday that no classified information was in a group text about U.S. military plans that inadvertently included a journalist. The Atlantic's Jeffrey Goldberg reported that he had been added to a text thread with U.S. officials about plans to strike Houthi militias in Yemen. National Intelligence Director Tulsi Gabbard said there were not classified or intelligence equities that were included in that chat group at any time.
Virginia police are looking into the death of former U.S. Attorney Jessica Aber, which they believe was due to natural causes. The investigation into the death of Aber is ongoing, but detectives have found no evidence suggesting that her death was caused by anything other than natural causes, police said in a statement. Police believe the death could be the result of a long-lasting illness.
The battle between It Ends With Us stars Justin Baldoni and Blake Lively is still ongoing. In January, Baldoni filed a $400 million lawsuit against Lively. Baldoni has continued to file lawsuits and provide evidence to support his case. The trial has been set for March 2026.
Investigators recovered $770,000 worth of stolen Tiffany & Co. earrings after suspect Jathan Glider was accused of swallowing jewelry which he expelled from his system, Florida police said. Detectives were able to collect the diamonds and return them to Tiffany's, where the master jeweler confirmed their inscription and serial number matched their stolen prices. Glider was charged with grand theft and robbery.
Australian Senator Sarah Hanson-Young held up a dead fish this morning in Parliament. She was protesting a new legislation to support salmon fishing, which would cause harm to the Majuian skate ray. She was ultimately told to remove the prop from the table.
That is all we have for news. Now we'll throw it over to Saul with sports.
The basketball season is officially over as the men's team bowed out of the NCAA tournament with a 79-72 loss to Arkansas in the first round. The Jayhawks finished the season with a 21-13 record, while the KU women finished 16-14 and did not make the postseason. The softball team salvaged a 5-4 win over Utah on Sunday to even up their Big 12 conference record at 3-3. The Jayhawks are 14-12 overall and are in Columbia, Missouri tonight for a matchup with the Tigers. First pitch is at 8 p.m. KU will host Texas Tech this weekend at Aroca Ballpark. The baseball team defeated St. Thomas 7-6 yesterday to raise their overall record to 19-6. The two teams met again this afternoon, and at this time, the score is 16-5. KU is leading. Big 12 play resumes this weekend with Oklahoma State coming to Lawrence for games on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. The track and field teams placed 2 athletes at the NCAA Indoor National Championships the weekend before spring break. Sophomore pole vaulter Mason Miners Hagen finished 4th with a vault of 4 meters 50 or 14 feet 9 inches. Senior Alexander Jung placed 9th in the heptathon with a final score of 5,752 points. Finally, longtime KU broadcaster Bob Davis died over spring break at the age of 80. Davis called KU basketball and football games from 1984 until 2016. Head coach Bill Self called Davis a legend and a terrific human being. That's all we have for sports. We're going to take a quick break and be back with Aiden with the weather.
Pollution, one of the biggest things killing our planet, and yet trash is still being thrown out of car windows right here on campus, but also left on beaches, causing millions of sea animals to be killed and humans to have a 20% higher risk of death from lung cancer. Pollution is not only just trash being thrown out by humans, but also factories, cars, and even wood-burning fires, causing our air to be contaminated. It may feel like pollution is not affecting the area where we live, but that is not the case. Kansas suffers about 10 to 15 days each year of poor air quality. It may not seem like much, but it adds up and can lead to very negative effects. Pollution is killing not only our planet, but us too, and it needs to be stopped. It starts with you.
National champions deserve a clean campus. Don't wait for other Jayhawks to pick up your mess. Keep the University of Kansas clean.
Back Jayhawks, my name's Aiden. I'm bringing you your weekly Wednesday weather. It is gorgeous out there in Lawrence, and it's been gorgeous for the last few days. Ever since all that snow got melted off, it's beautiful outside, and we can expect it to get even warmer the rest of our week ahead of a few rounds of precipitation and storms we have coming up for your 7-day forecast. Just really want to emphasize this. This is not, the norm here in Kansas. Look at all these chances of rain we have coming over the next week. This is going to be awesome. Hopefully we can get a few sprinkles and showers out of these, especially Saturday and Sunday, where our highest chances of showers and thunderstorms are. And then I really want to draw your attention to, look how sharp our temperatures decrease early next week. We're going from 80 on Thursday, 78 on Saturday, all the way down into the 50s and lower 60s Monday and Tuesday. That is going to feel quite a bit chillier than anything we've had for the last week at least. But none of that right now. It's gorgeous out here today. Perfect weather to go outside, enjoy spring, play catch, go on a walk, really just get outside. That is my best recommendation, something I should probably take note of because I need some sunlight. But looking over our wonderful David Booth Memorial Stadium, hopefully they can finish construction on this thing. There is not too much to be seen in terms of cloud cover around us. It's a gorgeous day out in Lawrence. our temperatures all around our area, very similar. 68 here in Lawrence, a bit warmer at 69 in Ottawa, quite a bit colder up in Leavenworth and Kansas City at 66, and right around that 69-degree mark over in Topeka. Just gorgeous weather all the way around. However, that weather is expected to continue for the rest of your evening as our temperatures descend into those lower 50s. Wind, not too much of a concern today at least, but tomorrow, however, that is a completely different story. As high as 80 degrees like we saw earlier. Look at those gusts out of the south as high as 30 miles per hour. That is not going to feel great, especially with its 30% chance of showers. We may see a stray lightning, some thunder before 1 o'clock. Just for those of you with morning classes, as you walk to those classes and walking back, you may want to pack a rain jacket just in case. That's all the time I have for you guys. We'll see you here tomorrow for KUJH and your next edition of Good Evening KU.